Civic officials are pushing back on the curbside recycling program. Many don't disagree a program is needed, but say the province is shoving it down the throats of local government.
There will be recycling of packaging and paper products as of May 16th. That's the message from representatives of Multi-Material BC, which was on hand at the Regional District Board meeting.
There's an offer, a financial offer, for them to provide citizens with a level of service that they don't have currently. And if they choose to decline that service, that's fine. Then we'll have to step in and evaluate our options to provide that service. But either way, the citizens should be ahead of the game starting May 19th because they'll have a level of access to recycling that they didn't have or they don't have today.
Alan Langdon fielded plenty of questions from directors, especially the city councillors who sit around the table. Civic officials have until September 16th to decide how their respective local governments plan to pursue their recycling options. But Councillor Dave Wilbur says that's impossible.
It's being imposed, take it or leave it, on the basis of a September 16th deadline. It's an insane deadline. It can't be met by anybody that really has to do their due diligence. And consequently, I can't recommend from my seat that we do that.
A major sticking point was around contamination. The packaging and paper producers have paid millions to ensure they deal with the waste they generate, and only their waste. To discourage contamination of more than 3%, a penalty of $5,000 per bin would be levied against municipal government.
The contract leaves the proponent with a very heavy weapon, and if there's contamination in the product that's delivered to them and they assess it at greater than 3% of volume, then there's automatically a $5,000 penalty that per load.
Other municipalities with blue box programs like Kamloops have contamination averages of 5 to 7%, but Langdon says the penalties are a measure of last resort.
We need that in there. If we have a collector that we can't work with who refuses to work with us, then we have to have some sort of enforcement mechanism. But really, at the end of the day, we understand there's issues of contamination. We want to work with our collectors through a pretty defined process to establish, is there a problem? If there is a problem, what is it? And once we've established a plan to address the problem, then to work with them through the plan and then come back and do some follow-up audits and verify that we're making progress.
It's a statement Wilbur says he has a hard time believing because a contract is a contract. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.